I have been prepping my Christmas stamp products. My Christmas stamp-a-thon projects are getting prepped at the moment. So yeah, I was watching a video, cranking through on my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and went, time to go live. And then I couldn't find all the things I needed to make today's card. So that is why I am a few minutes late. So I do apologize, but it's always a curse of going live. You go, yep, I'm ready. I just need to grab that, and the world implodes. Hello, Shirley. How are you? I'm just going to check everything is working. Yay, you did, Kathy. Good work. Good work. So today I am going to show you a mixture of some retiring Stampin' Up! Products that are available for sale while stocks last, or until the 30th, which is 8 more days, and some new products. So hello Kay, Linda, Cindy, you inspired my Christmas Stamp-a-thon card. Just so you know, you made a passing comment and it stuck in my head, and that's what I was prepping just earlier. Hey, Margine. So today what we are playing with is the Sadly Leaving Us Floating and Fluttering, and the brand new, and I am so in love with, Biggest Wish stamp sets. And the only other 4 things, only 4 products on this card. We have the matching fluttering dies. Now, if you are in Australia and you're interested in purchasing these, they are available in a bundle in the catalogue. Don't buy them as part of the bundle, because at the moment, now these are on page 61, the girls at class on the weekend were looking through the list and they're going, oh my god, it's at the bottom of this page. The fluttering dies are 50% off, and the photopolymer stamp set is 20% off. So it is well worth buying them separately rather than buying them together as a bundle. Hey, Laurie, how are you? Linda, look at you being my little concierge and saying hello to everyone as they pop in. I love it. So the floating and fluttering, buy them separately if you're in Australia. I haven't checked if they're still available, actually. I'll do that while I'm jibber-jabbering here. I am using a blending brush, ink, and rhinestones with Stampin' Blends to personalize them, or to customize them, because we're not personalizing them because it's not going to someone in particular. Look at me going. Now, did you guys know there is free shipping in 2 days' time? On the 24th of June, all Stampin' Up! Orders have free shipping. I'd forgotten about that because I went for my second jab this morning. Hello, Mary. Thank you for joining. So I have had my second jab and I bought some clothes, or school clothes. My child needed track pants because it's bleeding cold in the morning when they go to school. Hello, Miss Allison. Okay. Inventory status report. Let's see if they are gone. So the items that are retiring are in our mini catalogue. So some are carrying over, and sadly the vast majority we are saying goodbye to. Look at me with a frog in my throat. So Ladybug trinkets have sold out, the Dandy Garden Memories and More, Woodland Wonder photopolymer set, and the Well Suited Designer Series paper. Floating and Fluttering are still available. And if you are interested in the Biggest Wish stamp set, it is in this catalogue. So thank you everyone who has popped in and is saying hello. If you are watching on the replay, please say hello. And if you haven't already, I did ask a question last night on Instagram and on Facebook about how you watch my videos, whether you watch them live, on replay. There was one person who picked up and commented on my cheeky option, but it wasn't anyone here. It was actually one of my in-person customers who never has time. Oh no, it wasn't. It was a team member. And then a customer wanted a 5.5 because she knew I did videos, but she just doesn't have time to watch them. So there are a couple of you. I am okay. Thank you for asking. The family's good. Thank you. Yes, so a couple of you. Yay, Sylvia! That's so exciting. It's such a versatile stamp set. And today I'm using it in a way I haven't used it previously. So let me put my catalogues back. Now, if you enjoy watching these videos, or if it's your first time and you think you're going to enjoy my warts and all videos, because hey, that's what we get. Well, almost warts and all. I do have to temper myself down just a titch. Please make sure you either subscribe on YouTube, press the bell so you get notifications of when I go live or when I'm popping up a new video, because Christmas Stampathon video is coming in a couple of days. Haven't filmed it yet, but I've designed the card and I'm almost through prepping. I've got to prep one more element and then it's all the making and inking and stamping and all of those kinds of things. And if you're on Facebook, when you're in a video or watching live, there are three dots at the top, and if you press those, you can receive notifications of when I go live. So just make sure you're a follower. No, you like my page, and if you want to see all my posts on Facebook, just make sure you put it at the highest thing that you want to see my stuff first, because who doesn't want to see my stuff first? I don't know. There are some weird people in the world who wouldn't, but I know you girls do. And in the video, you can opt to receive notification of when I am live. So I think that's all my housekeeping. Oh, I haven't even showed you the card. How remiss of me. Right, this is the card we're making. I hope, yay, Leanne, that's fantastic. I'm so glad. This is the card we're making. So mixing old and new, simple but pretty. I was looking at some ideas and I saw something similar, but it was very different. I just like the hint of colour behind the butterflies here. Oh, awesome. That's great. And I can see you're always on YouTube when I'm live. So let me move my stamp cleaners out of the way, move my glue, which I don't. I have the butterfly set. Kathy, you just made an epic typo. I'll let you correct yourself while I flip around and we do all the things to get ready to stamp. And the thing I lost that I couldn't find was actually the jig for the stamp set today. I just couldn't find where I put it. I don't do customer card swaps, Shirley. I just do them with my team, as we've spoken about before. I don't offer them to anyone who's not in my downline at this stage. That may change in the future, and if it does, I will certainly let everyone know on Facebook and in my customer newsletters. Okay, I think we're straight. Just want to flip us down a titch because I like to work at the bottom edge here, so I just want to make sure Great. Okay, we're good. I'll go turn off the light, and I have up my, no I don't, I will work that out too. There you go. I now have my second screen now. Thank you. It's an oldie. I was going through some clothes, and I went, oh, I wonder if this is too big or it fits, but because of the kind of crinkle material it is, it still fits me. It's a bit big in the arms, but that was good today getting my jab. I didn't have to undress, I just had to pull up my sleeve even though it was cold, and she was able to access my arm. I'll be back. So I never wore this top last winter, but I wore it the winter before, and I've just got, because it is like, it's a top of 18 here today, which is a bit cold, and it's nowhere near that yet because it was raining as I left earlier this morning. And yeah, so I've got a little warm singlet top on underneath. Otherwise I would have worn a long sleeve, one of my long sleeve layering tops underneath, but today I just didn't want to be mean to the lady that was going to give me the jab, so it was quick, easy, painless, actually very, very painless. So let's work out how many of these babies we're going to make. So I've got 2 card bases, but I must have cut extra of these. But I think I am only going to, do I grab another couple of card bases? Tell me if you want me to do 2 or 4 cards. Now 4 cards means a longer video. So let me get everything set up while you tell me what you guys would like to do. 2 or 4 cards? Because everyone's gone quiet now in the comments, so I've got to wake you up. Audience participation, please. And as always, because this was part of a class, I have everything set up ready to go in the Stamparatus, because that makes everyone's lives so much easier in class and everyone is so much more successful. Now I would have used the Stamparatus anyway because I did double stamp all of these too. Yes, well this was a long wait, and I've had my flu jab because it's flu season here in Australia being winter, and I've had my flu jab in between as well. What number? It is 154424. And I'm not sure about the die set, but it is on page 61 of the, pardon me, January to June mini catalogue. So we are stamping these in Memento. We are not actually, what I want to do it this way, this will work better. Don't throw the ink across the table though, Ellen. Now I need a baby wipe to clean up my desk. I don't even know what I was saying now. I totally distracted myself there with cleaning up. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I am not inking these up with alcohol markers. I just love the blackness of Memento ink. So that's why I'm using it. But Memento ink does work especially well with alcohol markers. It does not work well with watercolouring. It is not a waterproof ink, just so you know. It's 154424, Shirley. Oh, that was Bodgy Brothers is at its best. I don't think I'm going to get a second stamping of that one. This might have to go, yep, no. This is going to have to go in the granddaughter's bag because I bodged that one up big time. This is why I have extras. This really means we're only doing 2 cards, and that was the general consensus anyway. So everything's nicely in the corner. We've done our test stamping, which goes into Miss Ivy's little basket. Okay. That's better. I probably still will do lots of stamping on here. Yes, because I missed a whole butterfly almost. Now make sure the jig hasn't moved, which it hasn't. And I just actually, what I might do is just put a bit more pressure there. And that's partially bodged, but you know, these things happen. Handmade. Hello, Miss Linda. Hello, Renee. Thank you so much for joining. So we've got 2 Lindas in the room. So please excuse me. I always seem to get multiple names of people coming in, which I love, but you girls confuse me sometimes. So I apologise in advance. Okay. That one turned out okay. It's not perfect. We may actually end up stamping all 3, and I'll pick the best 2. Because if I've got them here, I might as well stamp them, hey? Okay. Take a deep breath. Put the jig in. It does actually require 2 things. Oh, I'm so glad you've been using the jig idea, Cindy. Look, it's the best thing that I've found using for stamping multiples, especially with black ink. I just find you can't, or you, not that you can't, it's you don't always, even with the Stamparatus, get a great image first time. So, and that's just how life is. Right. Just need a bit more pressure on the ones at the bottom. Perfect, good. See, I'm not rushing. I've done my first 2 bodgy ones and now we're all good. Okay, that can go there to dry because it does need a little bit of drying time. So on Wednesday, I'm probably going to show you another project using retiring products just because I love it so much, and I'm undecided yet what I'm making at my team meeting. So I want to, which is on Sunday, and I kind of want to hold those cards using new products up my sleeve in case I make them at my team meeting. But once again, the second card that I made is a mixture of new and old products, or new and retiring products. I mean, old products don't matter to me. I use current products in all my projects, so then you girls have and guys, of course. That's good. 2 good images. Thank you for everyone not for choosing to use 4 cards, because you weren't getting 4 cards today. Just going to blot this and I'll properly clean it later. Okay, I can now throw out this jig, well, recycle it, because, oh no, I'm not. No, I am not. I have a whole lot. I cut the butterflies out of the wrong cardstock for class, but I did some out of thick Whisper White as well. So I'm going to stamp those up, and then Ivy and I can have a big colouring session and play with those butterflies. So I will not take that off. I'll just clean it and then I am ready to go. What I'm thinking, while we're here, we will also stamp our sentiment, and then we can put our Stamparatus away and not have to worry. Do you know what? I have 3 card bases here, but we're only making, oh, let me have a look. No, we're only making 2. Executive decision made, because I'm not happy enough for myself with the other 2. And sometimes that's okay to change our expectations and to just go, that's okay. We will be making 3 cards because I've got my card from class to finish off as well. Sorry. So this is our thick basic white cardstock. I did not score this properly at all. What on earth have I done to bodge it big time? I've scored at the wrong place. It's okay. So I'm going to show you what scoring at, oh, the card's not doing what I expected it to do, and this is basic white. So if this was our old thick Whisper White, this paper would have really creased at the, I still bodged it up. That can now be scrap. That's a bodged one as well. That's scrap. Right. Thick basic white, please. This is a real comedy of errors. If I don't profess to real life, real time crafting, this has got to be it. That shimmery white. Where's my thick Whisper White? Or basic black. I haven't actually changed my my labeling, but this is definitely basic white. Let's see if I bodged these ones up. No, that one's perfect. Good. By the looks of it, I only bodged 1 sheet of paper and not 2. Does anyone else do that? Or is it really just me being uber special that they score their card bases incorrectly? I'll definitely use those pieces that are bodged, so don't worry, they won't go to waste. I'll use them for lists or to do practice stamping on or something like that, because I've always got a practice stamp first. Right, perfect. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Done, done, done. You've, good. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, thank you. You make me feel a little bit better about my life at this very second. I've just got a bit of transfer onto that mat. Dry, dry, dry. Look, this is what a sleeve's for. Dry, dry, dry. Lucky it's black. put this here. So what I've done is putting the spine up into the corner and the top at the top. Then we have Hello Friend from Biggest Wish. So I've used just the handwritten. I haven't used any of the bold fonts. I'm going to move this card out of the way. Now this will need at least, no one saw that, nothing to see here. I'm going to move this card base because I really truly don't trust myself right this very second. Give this a press down. That looks good, but it definitely does need another layer at least. And this, as I keep saying, this is normal with black cards, with black ink. It's just the nature of black ink being so dark that you sometimes need just to get that really bold, crisp sentiment. So you can see now that's beautiful, bold and crisp. And it is a handwritten sentiment, so it's not going to be perfect on the edges. Also a big thumbs. Oh, Linda, I have to. Otherwise, I do things like this one. And yeah, bodgy it up even more. So that one was bodgied twice. But yeah, so how was everyone's weekend? I haven't asked. I hope everyone had a lovely one. That looks good on the first one, but I think the second one will just deepen it up perfectly to where I want it to be. And then that's all our Stamparatus. Perfect. That is all our Stamparatus stamping done. Now we're going to be filling in our butterfly images with the coordinating stamps. Okay, Stamparatus is over there. Stamp set. So what I did and what I was remiss to tell you, when I cut these butterflies out, I used these dies here. These dies are exactly the same, but it would make it really easy to create a whole background quickly by cutting two out at a time. And for my class, I did two. I also love this embossed butterfly, and of course the label. You guys know I'm a sucker for a good label, and I'm always looking for a label for my sentiments. And I could have used this in there, but I chose not to because I wanted the butterflies to be the feature. And so you can cut the image out as one, or you've got all these other dies that you can cut all these pieces out individually. So you can stamp it and just have this, that, or that butterfly, which I've shown in a video using the True Love paper. I have done that. Hello, Mrs. Booth. Are you on your official lunch break at the moment? It's funny when I know my friends are meant to be working. Miss Stacy. How are you, love? I hope you're well. Okay, just got scrap piece of paper, just in case. I'm not doing well today. I'm going to show you the colours that I have used for this image. Yes, and this and this. Right. So I've used a number of colours, but I do think they work really, really well together. So I've used Pale Papaya, Soft Seafoam, Balmy Blue for the background, So Saffron and Fresh Freesia. So we're going to start with Fresh Freesia because it is a beautiful colour and I love it to bits, and I never ever 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 want it to leave. Oh no, oh god, yes. Note the word trying to work. Trying. So what I have done, and I'll show you this card up close, you can see there's subtle depth in our butterflies. So what I have used both the background stamp and then I have used the detail stamp on top. So this one and this one, then this one and this one. And the leaves are just single stamped. There is no detail for the leaves. So yes, I hope you like that subtle detail. Now the other thing I have, I could have made the third card. Oh, I've got a perfect one here. There you go. You can also do them in coordinating colours, which I have done on that one. And this, let's see if I can pop it out. I will show you the embossed butterfly. So, it's got ink all over it. But that is the embossed die butterfly. So there you go. So I think this was my test piece. But yeah, I'll leave it out because I may just quickly whip one up later. Okay, so this one, no, that's not Fresh Freesia, but it fell off. I'm with it today, girls. I'm totally with it. We are all here. David, I just wanted you to do my chamois, please, when you have a moment. Restarting my thing here. Okay, so we can line this up really well. The stamp will slightly go over our lines, but because our butterfly has nice thick dark lines, you are less likely to get outside the lines. And again, I only need to clean these stamps because I only have so many blocks. And now we're going to use this detailed stamp and go over the top once again in full strength ink. You could do half strength ink if you wanted to, but I like the look of the full strength. So if you line it up like so, you get it in between the lines, and I kind of sort of did but didn't. So you can, I'm hoping you can see that detail. Tell me if you didn't see the detail and I can show it to you again. But they are our Fresh Freesia ones. And I'm going to close this ink pad because we don't need, we've had enough near misses. I do feel the next one's going to be a true disaster. Okay, and I'm not even showing you the card at this stage. No, that's not the card. That's the card. Right, I'm just going to remove these just so I've got a bit more room. But I'll bring them in at the end. Next colour is So Saffron. And we're using our, we could change up any of these colours, but I do just like the combo that I have here, and it happens to be the next ink pad. Hello, Deanne. Thank you for coming. What's the weather like in Tampa? Is it really hot? Knowing Florida, it's hot all year round. Well, not that I know of. Okay, so, oh no, I have to go in and, there we go, all fixed. I just didn't stamp that evenly on our piece here. Make sure you get all areas down. Ta-da! Right. And I am actually cold enough to turn on my heater today. Haven't had it on since I got home. Now I need this piece. So this detail piece is, and I'm pretty sure, oh no, it's okay, I haven't stamped it on either. It just goes down the inside of the butterfly here, so it goes this way. So ink it up again and stamp it in. So it is subtle, but it just creates that peekaboo depth. You could certainly use contrasting colour, but today I just want to go tone on tone special. Ah, nice. Well, I'll think of you over there with that beautiful description of the weather while it's been raining and cold here. I may need to resort to baby wipes in a sec to clean these off, but I really don't want to, because I'm going to run out of blocks. Now, put these off to the side. It's drippy and cold. Just drippy. Although I was very lucky, I washed my hair this morning because I've got something I have to look quite decent for tomorrow. And I always have better day 2 hair. So we're using pale papaya now for this smaller full butterfly. And I walked out the door and went, no, it's raining. And knowing where I was going, I had to walk from my car to the place, and it's not like in a covered car park. So I was a bit miffed. But by the time I got there, which was about 20 minutes from my place, there was no rain. And then I had to park, and when I went to the shopping centre, I had to park like upstairs in the uncovered parking because everyone had taken the covered parking. And once again, I just find these teeny blocks a little too teeny for my hands. And I had to park upstairs and it wasn't raining again. So the weather gods are on my side today, and I've only got to do a teacher food shopping later and we're all safe. So yeah, it's meant to be drippy most of the week. It rained both days on the weekend, so it was perfect for crafting, which I showed all you guys on Facebook some photos of what I was up to and the big messes that I made and didn't put away. And I didn't feel bad about not putting it away because I knew I was going to stamp the next day, so I wasn't totally worried. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab a basket because I just don't trust myself, and just put all of these in a basket, and then I can deal with them later. Okay, I'm going to use this big block now because I've only got 2 stamps, so I'll use 1 stamp on the side and 1 stamp the other side. So put 1 stamp there, and then flip it over and put 1 stamp on the other. And I didn't need David because he sounds busily back at work this week after needing some sick leave. Okay, so we now have our soft sea foam. Now these 2 leaf images here, oh, I bodged that one up. Just restamp. There we go. Both these images are identical. They're just in different orientations. So they do not, your stamping for this kind of image doesn't have to be perfect, because it is, these leaves I find a bit cartoonish, which then makes the whole image a bit cartoonish. So it's not imperative that you get it perfect, but of course if you need to, or you are like that, that's totally okay too. Okay, one last stamping, and you can see how easy these images are to fill in. And of course, you don't need to stamp. You could have used alcohol markers, you could have used our pastels, which I haven't borrowed yet or used, but they're our chalk style pastels. Use coloured pencils. You can use a blender pen with our ink. You can use watercolor, one of our water painters. There are so many options. Okay, so they are our 2 images. Oops, drop them there. So that's a closer look at those butterflies and those butterflies. So you can see just the subtle detail without being in your face. So there, those 2 done. Now I'm going to bring back my card bases, and we are going to do our blue halo. So I did re-ink this, this ink pad in front of everyone during class because I knew we'd use a hell of a lot of ink. So you can still, because I didn't really, I didn't spread it out, you can still see that there are dots around. So I'm just going to get, just to start it, I'm going to get a fair bit of ink, but I am going to tap off. Now I'm actually going to start, because I know I've got a lot of ink here, I'm actually going to start fairly light. And most of this is going to be covered by our butterflies, so don't stress that it's not even or it doesn't look great. That's okay. So from that one inking, I got all of that colour. So this kind of card or technique is a great way to practice your ink blending. So I want darker in the middle. And the further away you hold your handle, the less control and the less pressure that you have. But the closer you hold it, the more control you have. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. And what I can do here is pick up my butterflies and see how they look. And actually, I want a bit more ink down here and probably a bit more up here, and I'm done. So that's one done. So nice and quick way to lay down some colour. And I'm not, I've got it all over my finger here. There was a reason I got out a baby white today. So how many of you have tried this type of blending? So I'm just curious to know. Now, I am not using a lot of pressure yet. So as I lay down more of the colour, I will go in and use more pressure because I have less ink on my brush. It doesn't matter that I go over. So you can see just from that one inking, other than just being a bit light over here, I think I'm done. Pretty. Oh, I love it. Okay, that is that done. So how confident are you guys with blending brushes? Because they're not hard to use. I promise you they're not. And the more you play, the more you understand and learn with them. Right. Now, when I've used my blending brushes, I do always just wipe it down because you always get a little bit of ink on the edges. So just wipe it down so then I don't. And apparently my ink pads want to go in the bin and be discarded, but they're not allowed. So I'll tell them where to go back. Oh, awesome, Cindy. Awesome, Linda. I'm glad you feel that way. So just pop those blocks out of the way. 1, 2, and 3 from my other card. I did bodgy. I think I can get away with that sentiment. I did move it just ever so slightly when I was stamping it, but really happy with my other 2 from today. So 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to be generous with our dimensionals because there are so many bits that you can push down. So I'm going to use a mixture of our normal dimensionals and our mini dimensionals. Now this is still not the end of the card. I do have another part I need to do, so don't run away yet. So do I, Cindy. Look, it's kind of my go-to card design, like, you know, have a focal point and then a sentiment, but I kind of reinvent it quite a lot in the ways that I do it. I feel sometimes I don't feel very inventive with my card making, and I seem to default to the same layouts all the time. I don't know if you girls think that, but I often just think that about myself. But you keep coming back, so I mustn't be too repetitive, is what I'm kind of thinking. So I'm just laying down all my big dimensionals first, so then I know where I'm going to be positioning my little ones. Although I do think with this one I managed to use all big dimensionals. And as I say, I'm not being shy because I don't want any saggy bits as such. think I may need, well, I may be able to get away with it, but I think just, see, he's coming now, too late now. It won't be because I've got to clean these anyway. Yep, that's a bit better using two on there. I love the mini dimensionals. They are so very versatile. I've been known to also cut these mini dimensionals in half as well. Did you forget about me, David? I do wonder. I mean, really, how could anyone forget me, especially the one that lives with me, puts up with me? Okay. When he comes, I've got it out and ready for him. And then when I'm finished and I'm cleaning up, I can clean all those stamps because you guys don't need to see me use the chamois and clean all those stamps. We can use our time together a lot better than this. Now I'm trying to work out what's the same problem that we have because I've just been rabbiting on, Linda. Oh, you have the same problem, Linda, with your card designs? You feel like you're reinventing the same thing all the time? That's what I'm assuming you were talking about. Okay, I'll just put one of those there, two on there, and then we're ready to position. And then all I have to do is show you how I did my bling. So it's not very often I use the base of my card as the base of my card. Normally I layer it up with all the things. Did you get a parcel? Ah. Right. So now the great... No problem, Sylvia. Yes, that's very important. You do need to fuel yourself and go to the supermarket. Ah, Miss Renee, your cards just arrived. Hopefully they're not soggy. No? Awesome. 2 card deliveries. Karen's 2 Queensland card deliveries. Awesome. Straight into my swap basket. So I will open them after and have a quick squiz. I haven't even made mine yet. I keep on having dreams about them and wondering what I'll do, but time hasn't been my friend the past couple of weeks. They'll be done for Sunday, along with everything else apparently. Okay. That is 1 all. David, can you do the thing as well? Oh, I did ask you to help me before. I did ask you to help me before. What am I doing? My chamois, please. The chamois. Okay. That's that. You can put this on whatever angle you want. It just depends on what works for you in that moment in time. How many days did that take, Renee? Can't think of when you told me you sent them. Oh, Cindy just said thank you, David. He can't hear, the water's running, Cindy. He sounds very accomplished with whatever work task he was doing. He sounds like he feels he did a job well done. Ah, get off me. Not you. Not Tate. Okay. Lots. This is the boring bit, pulling off all the backings of the dimensionals. Okay, now let's see. This one's going to be a bit higher up. There we go. That one down. Thank you very much. Right, that's 2 and 1 more. This is why I like having you girls on live when I do this, or I'm watching some kind of crafting video or a TV series or a movie while I craft. Not really watching a TV series at the moment. As such, I watched Mayor of Easttown over the weekend with Kate Winslet. Yep, and that was really good. It was actually really, really good watching that. She's an amazing actress. And I've got a couple of things on my list, but I've just got to decide what I want to watch next. So if you have any great recommendations, please throw them my way, and that may help me decide. Like, I want to watch Sweet Tooth, I want to watch, there's quite a few Netflix things I want to watch at the moment. A week and 1 day. Okay. They're not getting any better from me to you, are they, Renee? Okay, so I've just used, just to bring some attention to the sentiment, I've just used 3 teeny rhinestones. 3 teeny rhinestones. So I'm going to need 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Okay. And I've used our Fresh Freesia Dark Stampin' Blend. Oh, no, wrong end. I always do that. All you have to do is look thick, thin end, and I always open the wrong end. And now I can't open it. And I know we've had this conversation. I do have Freesia nails at the moment, but not for too much longer. They are a-changing later this week. So literally just, so 2, 4, 6, 8, and I've done the 9th. I'm almost finished this whole sheet. And I do normally double layer, especially with a slightly lighter colour. I do go over once and then I go over again. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Great. Now, take your pick tool, always my friend. So my best tip is to start with your middle gem. So I'm going to put my middle gem approximately in the middle, and then I can go side to side from there. See? Look, it's not perfect, but it's pretty close. I mean, nothing can be perfect. Nature isn't perfect. So why should we expect ourselves to be perfect? Handmade, not Hallmark. And 2, and the last one, and then that is our 3 cards done in an hour. The only thing I didn't do with you was cut our die cuts out, but truly they would not have taken long in themselves. So let me just put these back in, because of course now they don't want to go back in because that will be way too easy. So let's grab out all the things that we used. So just a reminder that our floating and fluttering bundle is retiring. So the products are retiring. If you are in Australia and you are purchasing them, they are both on special. It is actually cheaper at the moment to buy them separately than it is as a bundle, because the die set is 50% off and the stamp set is 20% off. So they are fantastic. So I think this is $20 odd and this is $30 odd. So yeah, really, really, really good saving for those. And they are fantastic dies. They work perfectly together. You can add any sentiment you want. And what I paired the floating and fluttering with was the Biggest Wish stamp set. So you've got your block and your cursive or handwritten sentiments, and I've used 2 handwritten ones. We did use our Stamparatus as well. Always use my Take Your Pick tool. And I'll just chuck, not that one, I'll just chuck a couple of these here. So you can see with the balmy blue, no, they're all about the same. They're all about the same. So did those, and we have used our, what are they called? Our basic rhinestones, and customize them with our Stampin' blends. So not too many. Oh, and of course I use my blending brush to create that pretty blue background. Oh no, Cindy, I thought you may have been there. Well, they're called, they do have a silver backing on them, but the tops of them are clear. Linda, sorry, I wasn't even looking at the things. Put a black dot on the cap with the nib to make it easier to find. Of this, I always find it. Do you mean of this? I'm wondering what you're saying now, Cindy. 3 more days of driving. Ouch. Yes, look forward to the Christmas card because you sparked an idea in me, Miss Cindy. So I'm not going to tell you what idea it is. I'm going to let you see the card and see the video, because I think I've got one more element to prep, and then besides the one I make in my video, I can make all of those. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Came in late. Hello, Paula. Awesome. I look forward to seeing you on the replay video. But thank you so much for popping in and saying hi while I'm still live. Oh, you, hang on. Did you get the Biggest Wish or the Floating and Fluttering? I'm now curious to know which set you got. And this screen must have knocked it. It's like totally crooked. You girls have got to tell me when I do these things and make things totally crooked. Oh well, it can stay as it is. So thank you girls so much for joining me today. You can get all these products currently on the store. These ones are available while stocks last, or till the 30th of June. Have an amazing couple of days, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye.